Welcome
Ben
everybody.
is
We
not
are
on
doing
camera either, neither
a
am I
little
for
bit
some odd
of
reason.
D&D in the Svenzone, the Nashkel Homebrew. Everybody say hi.
Hey, Sven, is my video thing broken?
Your thing is not broken. Everybody say hi.
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 I need
Awesome.
to those are your I can't think of the word, sorry.
Just relax. Your camera will be up shortly. All right. So
Okay,
we
those are yours
were
too.
doing last we met. You guys had finished up, sort of, or at least defeated the Mummy Lord. And
Balance Arnaster was the mummy lord?
if you want
Yes.
to,
Yes.
Mantha and Nick, if you could give me percentiles.
Alrighty. There it is.
All right, so Mantha, if you would read or paraphrase the message of the day for us, please.
I'll just read it. Renting 2 carpets and a broom, the Bronze Fangs set out to investigate and collapse a floating city inhabited by a cloud giant. After returning to the Sword Coast, they land outside Candlekeep. The party enter the keep and are told about the canopic being. The book is the record of a undead ritual of a of an undead ritual and implies that the Bronze Fangs are the target of a mummy lord. The party teleports to Tashluta, the capital of Tahalar. Tahalar? I don't remember how he said it. Just outside the House of the All-Seeing Orb, they enter the dimension of an oracle, Valen Sarnaster. They find and defeat the mummy lord and her vassals. The Bronze Fangs also find canopic jars that seem to be fashioned for each of them. The date is Thursday, 5th of the third moon. The time is 11:30 p.m.
All right, who can tell me what else you found in the other canopic jars that were not labeled for you guys?
I wasn't there for that, so that would have to be either Kithri or I don't think Kithri was there. That was either Genesis or Nick.
Well, we found body parts in the other canopic jars, different organs, pancreas, an eye patch that was in one of the jars with an actual eye, and a few other organs. Looks like my notes got cut off. Oh. Yeah. Not muted, am I?
Nope, we
No,
can hear
I'm
you.
good. Sometimes I have to double check.
He's like, I've been talking for a minute and nobody's interrupted me. What's going on here?
All right, and do you remember what they did?
I do not remember off the top of my head what the eye patch did. I believe that ended up in Genesis's inventory, or is it still in the party inventory? Or did it go to Kit 3? Yeah.
He's like, it went to somebody and I think that somebody's not me.
Well, I'm pretty sure it wasn't me.
It wasn't me.
I know
John
we
was.
did figure out what it was, just that, and then I think I believe it should be in Genesis inventory.
What did the iPads do for John that was in his own little world? He wasn't paying attention.
Guys, I'm looking through my inventory. I've just got a lot of stuff. Hold up.
Genesis has everything, including the whole kitchen.
Nope, actually, I think I have it on me. I do have it on me. It's just an eye patch worth 25,000 gold. eye patch set with a sapphire and moonstone eye.
Damn, 25,000 gold. Can we sell that?
Yeah, that's the plan eventually. We'll get there.
All right,
So,
and what else did you guys
that
find?
was the eye patch. That the sarcophagus was trapped. There was
Talking about
gas
in the
that-
organs within
jars.
each. I was like, it was an eye, pancreas, and then a few other organs that my notes got cut off, so I don't have those listed. And then there was the eye patch, but that was just worth a lot, not magical. Trying to see if I have anything.
It's fine.
I don't have
Even
anything
if you're-
noted.
Now, Joker,
Even if your notes don't have them, I took the canopic jars and the organs that were in them, so I've got them. If we,
now, Joker,
Yeah.
Why
I
are
don't
you
see
to
your
refer
camera.
back to it.
Huh?
Now I don't see your camera.
I was gonna say I'm on Video Ninja Svenzone. That's what I'm saying. With my thing, is the link broken?
It shouldn't be. Let me just verify I've got the right one open.
You might have Phoenix's open. I don't know if it's a different one. As I'm staring at my camera, it's open here. I can see
Alright,
my
so-
lovely bald head.
I mean, I don't have to worry about making sure the magic items are taken care of then, since you guys don't know where they are and can't find them. Makes it easier.
I
on
know
me.
I know I'm carrying my canopic jar on me. I don't know if I think we each have our respective one, and Nick was gathering gimbals and or who Candrix and some in K3s.
I mean, you're talking about the magic items we found a while ago in the treasure room. But I mean, we got those, but we found those a while ago.
I've also got Valen's diadem. I've got that. I remember what that does.
I was gonna say I got my canopic jar. I don't have anything else. If you guys need me to carry anything or pick up anything, let me know. I have the space for it.
We all kind of do. But we'll keep that in mind. The only thing we found in the canopic jars, besides it being the organs and associated with us, was that eye patch. That was just
Nope.
If it's that's
Wasn't
the only
there
thing I got
also,
written
like,
down.
Guy or something, if I'm remembering incorrectly. I don't know.
All right.
Shit,
Now,
man, I'm too tired
mostly
for this.
caught
I
up. Let
fucked
me
up.
finish.
Hey, my lovely
If
faces
we
are
got a different
finally.
item, then it must have been part of these notes that got cut off for whatever reason. Be in someone else's inventory, I'm guessing.
All right. Is this it? Yes, this is it. Okay. You may not have opened them all. Perhaps that is the case. Here it is. Click. Alright, so Ozakars, which is... Alright, so the one... Yeah. So let me check and see what it says is the unidentified, because I don't... The glasses. You guys don't remember the two crystal lenses? Fitted to a rigid but delicately made platinum frame. Worn over the eyes.
Okay.
I think I
Now
do.
that you
remember
mentioned
that
it,
being
I
mentioned.
do.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, crazy.
Hey, my last part of my notes from last session has just disappeared. So I
don't know
damn, and I
if
honestly was not remembering it.
I'm just looking to see if
Yeah.
who.
Weren't they? That might have been
Fancy
Kith 3.
catching up. Give me a minute. Here it is. All right. So it simply says glasses if they're not ID'd. If they are ID'd, it will say eyes of minute seeing. I'm pretty sure you guys had identified them.
Actually,
You
yes,
gave them to Kithri.
Yeah, Kithri has the glasses. I say, looking through the party sheet inventory stuff. She's got
I was
them.
like scrolling down.
So I have a question for you. This is just a general question, Genesis. For John asking Genesis, looking at the item carrying book lore of dark rituals, what does that actually do? Can you just like cast like summon undead or something? Hold on, phone call.
You don't know I have that.
Isn't that the canopic being?
Nope. That's
No,
a
that's a
different
different
thing
book.
that I have hoarded since we came into contact with that hag, I think. Yeah, it was in that tower.
Yeah.
And it is specifically in a hidden pocket in my backpack of concealment. So,
Mhm.
like, you don't know I got that.
Yeah.
All right. So yes. So you found the eyes. I mean the glasses. You found the eye patch, which you determined is not magical. So you can just throw in the garbage.
Yeah.
Go. Some of those. Did you ever fix? Did you check the parcels? That, or did you just drag them into your inventory, Mantha? The actual
Check the.
brain, stem, eye, heart, kidneys, pancreas.
I dragged them into my inventory and all they had was just the name. So and then what it was in the thing. And then I edited it because you told me who each item came from. So I added the names in the items.
Okay. So the point is, you've looked at them and fixed them because a couple of them were done wrong by the. Um, I noticed that.
Yeah, I think I
earlier
remember
today,
like the
some of them were done
brainstem
wrong.
said that it was a heart, and I'm
Right.
like, that's not a heart.
Yep. Okay. So. Here we go. Let me open up the map. Alright, so you guys are still in this room with the. There it is. Alright, here's the map for everybody. Probably a little bigger than it needs to be, but it's close enough. One of my best maps I've done. I really liked how this turned out. Especially this room in
No, it's
particular.
been fun to explore.
Right.
I still love. Maybe this makes Ben feel bad, but I think it's funny and charming. I love how when you zoom out, you can still see where he drew on the bed and the stuff in the assistant's room
Mhm.
because like the assets like decided to not work or something. I love that you like zoom out and you're like, oh yeah, there's a bed and a cabinet and
Yep. Alright, so you guys are in this room. You've now checked out all the canopic jars. I forget, are you taking the actual jars with the items
Yes.
in them, or just the items from within the jars?
I have the jars with the items in them.
Well, we took out the eye patch and the eyes of minute scene, but we
Okay.
left the other stuff in there.
All right, and what would you guys like to do now?
Is there anywhere in here
Well-
that we haven't been?
No, I'm pretty sure we checked everything. At least everything we could find. We made a pretty decent loop around all this place before we ran into the Valen. This is the only place that I remember that we wanted to double check with.
That's all I remember too.
I totally thought she was just in the sarcophagus.
So did I. That's why we skipped it and came back. I guess it was an effective fake out. I mean, she was an oracle, so probably knew
Yeah.
that we would come to the room that she was actually in unprepared.
Well, dealt with it like we always do. You think that
With
the way we came
extreme
in is the way we
violence.
can get out of here? I mean,
Probably.
alright, well, might as well check. You know, I wonder whatever happened to that assistant. If they're still in here somewhere or just gone.
I mean, didn't she, like, leave the plane for a little bit or something? Like, after
Maybe.
escorting us in and telling us that time was weird here? I don't... Look,
I just remember her
Jen
walking away
remembers
from
this.
us. I never
Samantha
saw her going
doesn't.
through like a portal or anything, just that she walked away from us.
yeah,
Well,
it
might
was
as well make our
much
way
more
back, though.
recent for our characters, just not for
Yes.
us. So,
I mean, for them, it was like a few hours ago. Well, I think we didn't have
no, I
like
think we've
a
taken
long
a
rest
long
here.
rest. At
Yeah,
least
so it was
one.
like it was yesterday. For us, it's been like a
For
month,
us, it's been like
or
months.
several months.
For them, it's been like a couple days, maybe.
So she
Like
had
that.
invited you guys in and told you that you have reign of full. You can wander anywhere you want, and then she left you in the main room, and you have not seen her since.
Oh.
And by main room,
Oh.
I mean the first room you guys came into.
Plus, gonna come up here and
Are you coming with us,
open the
John?
doors. Joker back yet, or did he walk away?
I don't know. I didn't know he walked away.
I remember him mentioning something about a call.
Oh yeah, it looks like he doesn't have his headphones on. Okay, I'll just move his token
Oh.
with us.
Fair enough. Go grab where. Yeah.
All right, so you come down into the room with the altar.
Mhm.
The sword handle is gone, but I left it in there because it looks cool.
He always has these nice little details where you zoom in, it's actually there. Oh,
It's funny. I think when he told me that I noticed the sword handle, he's like, "Okay, man." Like in the whispers, he's like, "Okay, Mantha, now zoom in on the pedestal. Just zoom in." And I thought that was neat.
pressing the wrong buttons. These guys were annoying. The dust
Yes,
cloud,
they were.
mole, rock people. What were they even called? I remember, but Tess
Dow.
doesn't.
They were called Dow, apparently.
Bow. Got it.
I saved the picture to my hotbar. So
Since we're here, Tusk will just like glance into this room to see if that lady's here.
You do not see Alicia.
Alright.
Alright, give me
Back
just
out.
one moment. Hold on. That's not what I'm looking for. Yes, that is it. Okay.
do you think Valen told Alicia that we were going to kill her?
Well, I think Valen thought she was going to kill us or possess whatever the ritual thing is.
I do
Oof.
remember that when we beat Valen, she said something about like, I guess I couldn't beat fate after all, or something like that. Did I write that down? Maybe. Let's see.
I just wrote died with some ominous parting words.
You're not wrong.
Something about like we may have beaten her, but seen our fate, something along those lines.
Alright.
Doesn't end well.
Alright, so this is I will tell you, like you said, it's been about an hour. Let me. Those were her final words.
Thank you. I am going to actually just put those wholesale to here now.
Oh, yup. Drag and drop into my notes, absolutely.
Mhm.
That should have been closed. That's weird. Alright. The door. You notice the door is gone. Come on.
Oh, I forgot to say this, but I picked up Maya Stan's body. And if you want to roleplay that I forgot, I run back and I go pick up her
No,
body.
you said you took it.
Yeah. Yeah.
You said you took it.
Yeah.
I do remember.
I don't remember if I said
Spud
it
created
down
the
and forgot to
token
pick it up
because
again.
because he did set her down in the mummy chamber.
I'm back, guys. I apologize. Anyways, what were we doing? We were just trying to figure out our way out here, I'm assuming.
We're just walking back to where we came in, figuring it out from there.
Fair enough.
He just said that we do not see the doorway that we came through as we enter in through here. Whose body is that? Let's go check this body.
All right, give me a
Is that not?
medicine check.
Okay. Going down to the tower.
You do not see any wounds on him. On her, rather. But you do recognize this as Alicia.
What the fuck?
We found how many jars for the people under her influence?
There were...
Yep. Body wasn't there though when we got here. That's the thing.
well, in a way it was, because she's the one who
It
brought
definitely
you in.
was, but
She brought you in.
This is the
She was
person
alive
who...
and kicking when you last saw her.
Yeah.
There were
Okay.
5. There was a cat, sword, crystal ball, wand, and book.
John completely forgot. John completely forgot the name of the guy. So.
Well, let's say we killed 3 of those
oh
people
shit!
transformed. Then we had Maya's dad, and I'm assuming she was the last.
Hey
thrall.
guys, Mantha's going through their notes. Yeah, so the canopic jar cat, the one with the cat symbol, has a humanoid's heart originating from Alicia Bazir. So, she dead.
Shouldn't she have some sort of cat token in her room? That makes sense. Why she must still have really liked cats. No wonder her image was a cat.
Yeah.
Small figurines of cats sat along the top of the cupboard.
Shit!
Were the room's only decorations.
Can I do a history or religion check to see if I knew of any cat deity she might have worshipped?
You can.
All right. So, do I know what the nat, or should I roll in the tower?
I would say it's DC 12.
DC 12. So history and religion are both tied for modifiers. So what do you want me to do, history or religion?
That would be religion if you're looking for a cat deity.
Mm. We have a 15.
You do not know of any cat religions
All right.
in the Forgotten Realms.
Well, I'm at a loss, guys, because the only thing I can think of is she just cats. I don't recall any, religions or any cult followings or anything like that that related to cats. So,
Well,
Fair enough. No, go ahead.
Well, the other jars didn't necessarily correlate to deities. It seems like she might have just liked cats.
but it's weird though. Why would you put a picture of a cat on the thing if she's not a cat? Get what I'm saying?
Look at yours.
Why would
look at
I
your
have a
canopic
picture
jar.
of an ocarina on mine if I'm not a walking ocarina?
I don't think it's really that deep. It's
but
probably
you're
just a symbol that helps represent her.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Wait,
I don't.
Didn't the other people who had their organs stolen eventually turn into canopic beings? Isn't that what we faced earlier? How do we know that that's not going to happen to her?
Well,
they
I've
were
got
still
some
able to
great-
be killed, and
I've
I have a
got some-
feeling that because we killed her masters, she died.
I was gonna say, John's just gonna walk up and poke her leg with a sword and say, "Yep, she's dead."
Well,
Wait, actually, Jen, the ritual thing.
yes, I've
you think
got
that might work here?
mummy dust. I don't think it'll bring her back, but it could probably keep her from turning into that.
I
mean,
mean,
I
you're
think she might have died because we killed her master, and so if the ritual's supposed to happen after the Mummy Lord dies, maybe this is supposed to happen. Maybe she's not really dead. I don't know.
I
It
don't
might
know.
help us get out of here because she's the one who helped bring us here. Couldn't hurt to try.
I don't want to raise her though. We really want to try raising her and then she turns into what Valen turned into, a mummy lord? Like, I
We
mean,
also-
if they,
Well-
I mean, if they did take her organs and replace them with the mummy lords, then possibly raising another mummy lord won't come from a good thing either. You know,
Well,
like
I think as most she would be turned into those golem creature things that we fought. And we can take that down. No, the canopic beings, the
yeah.
people transform.
We also don't know how long ago this transfer happened. We don't know if
We
it
also
happened
don't know
right
how
before we
she-
killed her, or it could have happened, I don't know.
We also don't know how long she's been like this either. Who knows? She might not be to the point of no return. You get what I'm saying?
Okay.
I mean,
Jen is good
they
at
were
medicine.
they were
She's
evil
gonna-
because they were thralls, right?
I don't know.
So hopefully, with them master not being there, it won't be a problem. But if it is, we can still just put her back down. I know that
Jen
it'll even work the
is-
way we want.
good at medicine. She's gonna try to take a look at Alicia's body and try to see like how long it's been there. Like she's looking for rigor mortis if it's been there for like since we got here, or looking for like weird bruising or like blood pooling where it's like settling at one spot and not like circulating around the body, like
Well,
stuff like
as
that.
you
She's
go to
trying
check
see
it, Tusk will mention, thanks to helpful reminder. Well, her body's like still warm, and I don't see any wounds on it. She's not moving, but
Wait, it's
her
still
body's
warm?
still warm. Yes, I probably should have led with that, but I will say that's on me.
Okay.
If her
That's
body's
probably a
still
detail
warm,
I was told that I just missed earlier.
I was gonna say, well, if her body's still warm, then that indicates that she's a freshly disposed of person, and it couldn't have been more than 5 minutes since we defeated Valen, maybe a little less. So maybe it's a recent thing.
No, it's been about 45 minutes since you defeated
Yeah.
Fallen.
I think
but-
it's very funny that Tusk didn't mention that. So Jen is like, "Huh, I wonder how long she's been like this." And she like goes out to like touch the body. She's like, "What the fuck? It's still warm."
I was like, as you like
could've
feel
led
it,
with
you
that.
confirm this yourself.
I was gonna say, Tuck with his selective memory.
Well, I was debating more the other issues around this, but if the body's still warm, it might be like cutting a puppet's strings. The master's dead, the puppet thrall, whatever term you want to use, no longer ceases to move.
Man, I think we would have had way fewer questions if we had searched the room with the sarcophagus before we went and saw Valen. Then we would know whether or not there was a heart in that jar.
Yeah. So,
we
Probably.
could definitely try doing that ritual. It does take a whole long rest. So
Well,
I don't have big hopes of her coming back alive, but we could at the very least see if it would keep her from turning into.
I'm down for a long rest and trying to revive the dead servant.
So first of all, it's going to take it's going to be a while before you can take a long rest because you took a long rest and then went up and fought. So it's been about 45 minutes to an hour since you finished your last long rest.
Okay, well, what can we?
What ritual are you talking about?
The rite of reclamation. That. And I already got some Mummy Lord dust from Valen after we killed her.
I mean, do you need somebody
Where
to
are you going to
channel
come up
that?
with wax to make a candle?
That's a good question. I think I might have a candle.
I was like, I have a tinder box if you needed to light the candle. If you can make a
That's not
candle.
magic. I can light candles.
I have a candle. I have 5 of them on me.
There we go. We've got
John has a
candles.
candle. He has 5 of them. If you need one, Genesis, I can offer one.
Yeah, because we can. We have the wax from candles. We've got that room that was full of holy water that we fixed.
All
And
right,
we've
well,
got
John.
Mummy Lord dust.
All right, well, John will give 1 candle to Mantha, so now I'm down to 4.
It's going to take at least 2.
Well, 2. All right,
I
then
have
I'll
a
give.
candle already, so
Um, how many do you have? Do you have enough of them, or?
I have 1 candle, and
All right,
now I
well, then
have
I'll.
2 because you gave me 1.
Yeah, 2. All right.
And she's probably had that candle since she was level 1.
Yes. I'm like, I know in one of my in the Wednesday campaign, I grabbed a candle from a room, but like, and that was how I got my candle. But I have definitely had this candle
So you
since
do
like
see that she has
ever.
her pouch and around her that she normally carried around her waist.
I know
There's
this. I know this may
quill on
sound
the
like a dumb
floor.
question. I know this may sound like a dumb question, Genesis and Tusk, but should we tie her hands and legs up just in case she does come back kicking and screaming and wants to kill us? Because I have a hempen rope that we can use so to tie our legs and hands up. I mean, it
I
may
would
not
probably
be
do
the.
that before we, or if we want to be careful, it wouldn't necessarily be a bad idea.
I was gonna say, yeah, just in case she comes back kicking and screaming. I'll take out. I have 50 feet of rope. How much do I need to tie her hands and feet? Tie her like a hog tie, basically.
About 4 feet of rope.
All right. Well, I'm gonna use 4 feet of that rope, so that takes me down to 450, 46 feet left. So I'm gonna take 4 feet of rope off, cut it with my dagger on my wrist, and use it to tie her up. Do I need to make any skill checks for that, or acrobatics, anything, athletics?
Go ahead and make a sleight of hand check in the tower.
All right. Tusk, are you helping?
I trust you.
Did I get through?
It did.
All right, awesome. Well, now that our hands and feet are tied up, I think we can go ahead with the right of reclamation.
Oh, actually, does she have anything still on her?
I don't know. You
Actually, I
can
wonder
look.
if she might have had an item.
I was gonna say you can
Tusk
look.
will check to see if she has any like items on her, anything that she might have been using to facilitate the travel.
That probably should have been our first step, but you know.
Probably, but you know,
She has a note
I mean,
in her pouch,
I know.
as well as a cookie and in her another pouch. She has a couple carrots.
What does the note say?
The note says, give me just a minute. So that is what it says.
Oh gosh, I can't read that right now.
Not read it either.
I can't read it
I
either.
still have a spell that lets me do that. Let me see. If I do, it's been a long time since I've used it. Oh hey, I've got comprehend languages right here, guys. Let's see. Yeah, sure. I'll use a first level spell slot to cast comprehend languages.
Okay. Have you applied it to yourself?
No, let me type it in my abilities. Okay, I have it now.
Now we got 2-3 inches. We're blowing like crazy.
All right. Well, you wouldn't know what it is, what language it is, but you do know what it says.
Okay. Yeah, she's gonna say it in English because or in common because that's what she understands it as. She says, "It says, open the way that we may return."
So do we say that let's try saying that at the front door we came in at?
We're at the front door that we came at.
That's what I'm saying. Like, where we entered, can we just say it there and be able to open a path to us?
Well, you'd probably have to be able to pronounce it in the language that it's in.
You can't do that with comprehend languages?
No, I just understand what it means.
Ew.
Oh, yeah, I don't fucking know.
Tusk, you have a roll.
I was saying, can I use my inspiration to reroll that? I feel like this is important.
You can.
All right, can you push that to me again? I'm going to use my inspiration to reroll that.
Okay.
That's better. All right.
All right. So she says that you recognize this as primordial. And what are the languages that you all know?
I know.
I've got Dwarvish, Elvish, Orc, Sylvan, and Common.
I got Common, Draconic, and Elvish.
And Tusk? We can't hear you if you're talking.
Well, I tried to type it out, and my thing apparently didn't host. But I can do Common, Dwarvish, Orc, and I have a spell that allows me to understand beasts.
Looking for. Oh, I see.
So I'm going to say that between you all and having heard her speak in this language, you can attempt to try to say this phrase in a primordial if you would like.
John will try it.
Well, do we want to do the right of reclamation on her anyway?
Well, no, let's say that as a last resort, I think. We should say that as a last resort. If we can get out without wasting, a long time doing something, that would be a better option than
I think
wasting, like,
I agree, but regardless, I will bring her with her if this works, or bring her with us if this works.
yeah.
And we can just tell the people at the temple, hey, here's the ritual. Here's how you might be able to save her. Kind of deal.
Yeah.
All right, so click advantage, and
Okay.
In preparation, Tusk will
this.
pick up her body, Alicia or whatever it's.
All right, I clicked advantage.
Help if I clicked you first. There it is. Boom.
All right. Oof, dropped 8. Anybody want to give me inspiration or reroll that
right,
if that's a failure?
So, takes you about 10 minutes as you're saying different things, and then it's like the scene from Harry Potter. I don't remember enough to know the specifics, but when they're saying Guardian
Guardian Leviosa.
yes, thank you. And
Leviosa, the Leviosa.
and there, Genesis keeps emphasizing, putting the emphasis on the different syllable, and to get you to repeat it, and not hearing the difference from what she's saying and what you're saying. And then finally, between the two of you, you're able to do what you think is correct, and a portal opens up. It looks like a large eye on the wall to the south. I mean, to the west.
All right, so I suggest we go because I don't know how long that portal's going to stay open.
Yeah, Tusk picks up Lisa or whatever her name is. I'm blanking on top of it. I don't have it in front of me.
So
And I pick her up,
both
and then I'm carrying both of them at the moment, just on one shoulder or the other. One very dead and one still warm.
And also dead, but
Well, I'm not sure she's actually dead or not. She's still warm after what I presume to be at least 45 minutes, and just not responsive.
Yeah.
Okay, but we know that she doesn't have a heart right now. Most people can't really survive that.
True. I'm gonna just assume coma.
All right, so you guys step through the portal.
Yes.
All right.
Yes, we all stepped through the portal.
Everybody, give me percentiles.
All right. I rolled terribly.
And we never saw John again.
John gets magically transported to a new place. John's side quest to find the bronze fangs again.
All right, so you guys end up in the basement once more. Plain gray stone. Comes back as the portal closes behind you. And you see that there's a trapdoor above you, about 20 feet up.
Is there a ladder?
Yep. Yes, there is.
John will go up the ladder and crack it and peek out to see if he sees anything before he actually opens it up.
The door is locked. You guys remember that Sheer had a key?
Just knock. We should be fine.
All right, well, John's going to bang on the door like SWAT, basically, and see if they can get anybody's attention walking by.
Stop the abductions of people.
What was the adjective you used to describe how you knocked?
Well, like really hard, like basically the sheriffs like would do, like in the village if they're out
Okay,
to
give me a
arrest somebody,
percentile.
really hard. A percentile? 15.
Nice.
Alright, and how long are you guys going to wait?
Well, John will keep banging as long as he can until he gets somebody's attention.
I'll say after a good 5 minutes, tell him to stop for a minute.
Okay, 5 minutes passes.
All right, well then I'll stop then.
All right,
At
John,
Test request.
give it a break.
My God.
All right. Do you think maybe we could brute force this
Is
thing
this
open?
where we came in?
Yes.
I
Okay.
So
Jen's
you all
gonna-
remember, you guys, there was behind the main temple, there was this locked shed. And you guys went into the shed, and there was a trapdoor on the floor that she also unlocked with her keys. And then you guys climbed down and went through the portal.
I have a dumb question. Is the trapdoor wood?
Yes.
So, the Sunblade, is it actually on fire? Like, does it do fire, not fire damage, but if I stuck the Sunblade to the thing, would it burn a hole inside the wood to let us out so we can maybe reach out and unlock it from the outside?
No.
Aren't you
Okay.
a rogue?
I mean, I can, but if the lock's on the outside, there's nothing I can do. Is the lock on the outside?
There is a keyhole on both sides.
All right, then I'm going to use my thieves' tools to try to pick the lock.
Go ahead and give me a roll.
Do I know the roll or in the tower?
You can do it in the chat without knowing what the number is.
13, and that's terrible.
It's slightly above average, but it's not enough for this one.
All right, so where's the other rogue when we need her?
What is your passive
Around.
perception?
13. Oh no, passive perception is 19.
Program.
So you hear a door opening above you, and you notice there's some light appears through the keyhole, and then it goes dark, and you hear a key being put into the keyhole, and the trapdoor opens, and you are staring at Sheer.
All right, well, I'll just go up and I'll motion everybody to come up. So since I'm already on the thing, technically trying to fiddle with the lock.
Jen's
Calling up
gonna
to
do what
Sheard's,
she can to help Tusk get the bodies up this ladder.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's the top thing. That's what I'm saying. Tusk come up with the bodies. I'll grab one leg and arm, and then we can pull her up.
So
the
again,
person
she
who
is
opened
a
us up.
female. She has dark green hair that's short. She has a staff that has with the mark of the eye carved into it. She also has a tattoo in the middle of her forehead for the third eye. That matches what's on her staff. And the tattoo is decorated with gemstones. She looks just like she did last time you saw her. And
No, not at all.
you see there
We,
are two guards, two of the acolytes
Kind of hard to say. You said
standing back behind her as you come out of the hole, John.
you only got 3 at
And
bats.
she says, yes, you have returned. I trust that your time with the Oracle was fruitful.
He's the dude.
About the Oracle,
one word about that.
yeah, I was gonna say I'll let Tusk handle this. He's better at persuasion than
Tusk
I
isn't
am.
there, it's just you.
All right, so we have returned, yes, with some very interesting news that we suggest your leaders listen to.
Interesting, okay. Come, let us enjoy some tea as you explain what's going on.
And then, well, I suggest we wait for my companions to come up from the hole as well that we were in, because they have some stuff to explain to as well.
Alright, so you're able to bring up the bodies easily enough.
So now we have Maya Stan's body and Alicia's body.
Yes.
Alright, so I'm going to push you guys. Click, click, click. So there's going to be 2 rolls.
Oh, there's 3 more over here too. So
Alright.
Well, guys,
so,
I'm a bard for a reason.
So you all sit down, explain to her what's going on, as she serves tea like she did before, or whatever other drinks you may want, that are non-alcoholic, and she explains that you all are able, although the things that you found within the tomb technically belong to the House of the All-Seeing Orb, because you destroyed and defeated the Mummy Lord. They're allowing you to keep them. And when you show them the right of reclamation, do you want to participate in that, Genesis, or are you just going to let them do it?
I think I'd like to participate in it.
Okay.
I also want to, like, as we're, like, explaining, like, what happened, like, kind of gauge their reactions a little bit and see, like, did these guys know that Valen might have been the Mummy Lord? I have a passive insight of 19, so... Oh.
I think I need to change my dice color.
So as far as you can tell, everything is... They are not hiding anything from you all. There are different reactions from the different people that you speak to, but for the most part, you don't think that anybody was aware of what was going on.
Okay. Thank you. Yeah, Jen would still like to participate in that right of reclamation. If they say that they want to do it for her, I would like to participate in it to make sure that it's done right. And also just to, like, see how it's done, I guess.
Well, if you want, John offers to help since he's a sorcerer. Perhaps he can pertain to some
You're not
information to
allowed
help.
in the area where they're going to do the rite.
Fair enough. All right then. Then I'll just keep my mouth shut.
There's
Then.
Tusk or Kithri. They do ask
Oh, just me?
if you're willing to take back the body of Maya Stan to Candlekeep.
We should do that.
We were already planning on doing that.
Yeah.
Okay.
You guys don't happen to have a way to revive her, would you? Or is that outside the domain of this place?
It would be much faster at Candlekeep. They
Fair
can
enough.
arrange for it, possibly, depending. But they don't have anything at this location, so it would require either somebody coming here or moving her to do a resurrection spell, and they don't have the means here.
All right.
Candlekeep does.
Yep, no worries then. We will. It's already part of our plans. Yeah.
All right, so let me just to double check. Here it is. Nope, that's not it. There it is. All right, so 8 out. Okay. So one thing I would have pointed out as clarification, had you guys not tried to teleport back, if you were going to be stuck in the other dimension, it says the duration of a long rest. You all just had a long rest, but the body, her body, can start a long rest anytime it wants, so it just would have been an 8-hour period. You all couldn't have benefited from a long rest during that 8-hour period, but you could have done the ritual.
Yeah, I was thinking that, and then I'm like, well, I don't know, maybe I didn't. Whatever. Anyway,
So you go in there. The other Tusk and John, are you going to head back to Candlekeep, or you want to wait until Genesis is finished?
I suggest we wait till Jen's finished. I don't really. John has a sneaking suspicion that something is up. But, that's just John's gut. John doesn't trust anybody.
I mean, fair enough, but at certain points you gotta have some trust. The only reason why, Jen, I think I might head back simply because I have Maya Stan's body here. And it's
Well, then if Tess is going to head back, John will accompany him to check on Ravenclaw and see how he's doing.
Sure, Kithri's kicking around here somewhere.
Yeah.
If you're okay with that, Jen. If not, we will stay here with you.
Yeah.
If that will meet you in Candlekeep.
wait, didn't we teleport here?
Yeah.
Yes, I'm assuming
It's been
they'll
a long
teleport us
time.
back.
Yeah,
Yes,
you guys
we're-
can. You guys can go ahead and go without me. I guess if you don't hear from me in like a day, please
we'll
come
see
back.
you either tonight or tomorrow. What time is it here?
It's 11:30 p.m. last we checked.
Well, but we also have been in the crystal world for like a while, and
Yeah.
actually, I think one of the first questions I ask is, how long were we in there?
So one of the reasons it took so long is because it is midnight, and when you at first they had said that they could wait until the morning, but then when you explained they saw the bodies, she went ahead and sat down with you. So at this point it's probably about 2 in the morning. they're not going to start the ritual until dawn, which will be at 6. So to answer your question, the time seemed to pass like normal while you were in there.
Okay, cool.
Consider it a Velen.
Yeah.
Well, in that case, we'll see you later today. And
Yeah.
if not, we'll be coming back.
There's nobody to teleport you until at least first light.
All right, then we will wait till first light.
Yeah. I suggest we get Mice down on ice, though.
Yeah, doing what we can. I guess in that case, we will, kind of wait around, for help keep the body as clean as possible until we can head out.
They have a cleric come and cast Gentle Repose.
Ah, thank you.
I thank you indeed. What the
Well,
gentle
then
repose
Tusk
do?
will try to be like just out of the way and not step on toes here in the temple as he's uncomfortable, but
Mantha, would you share that? No, the Gentle Repose.
I don't have it. I'm a bad cleric. I can find it. Let me find it.
A cleric that doesn't heal, imagine.
boom.
Oh.
Same time.
I'm like, he said boom a little bit earlier than I, sent it in chat, but,
Same time.
They also cast it on Alicia as well.
Alrighty.
Alright, I'm just finishing up my notes.
I'm waiting for Sven to whip out the necro hamster as a boss.
And somebody mentioned the leaders within the temple. Shir Endelion is the highest ranking official in this temple.
Shirandelian, the current highest ranking priest at the House of the All-Seeing Orb. It's in the proper notes too, if you guys want to look.
Also, if you guys want to turn your eyes to the general Discord when you can, Tusk and Mantha. You'll see the necro hamster I posted.
Yeah, I've seen it before.
Oh, okay.
Right, so at sunrise, they start the rite of reclamation.
Alrighty. We try to find someone to send us and John back with Myston's body while they do the ritual.
So they ask.
Here,
since
wait.
They can only do it once a day. They say it would be better if you wait for Genesis. Otherwise, she won't be able to come back till the next day.
Alright.
Oh, understandable. And you did say the spell that you cast on the corpse lasts for a few days, so yeah. I guess we'll just hang out then.
Yeah, I'm fine with waiting.
All right. So the rite of reclamation goes smoothly. It's been a while since you've done anything like this, and especially not been involved. You've witnessed some of these type of rituals and things, but you've never been this advanced in power, and so and you've never really participated actively in these type of things.
Yeah. I don't have very much experience being a cleric before I started being a cleric, so that tracks.
Yeah,
It's a
she
different
killed
kind
the
of
enemy and not me.
situation for you, different kind of feeling for you. Um, you can interpret them however Genesis would want, but you are part of a team who are working together, all in unity, all in harmony, all working toward the same thing, worshiping. Not necessarily worshiping the same deities, because this isn't really a religious ceremony, as much as it is more. It's more of an arcane, but it's definitely
It's
has
like,
some divine aspects to it as well. So
my brain's like, Jen's never really been part of a group project before.
exactly.
She's always just done her homework on her own.
So it goes smoothly, and during that 8 hours, it is grueling to going through the different rituals, going through the different, making sure that you're going through the different runes and different things that have to be done in precise order. It's nice that you don't have to explain yourself. It's nice that you don't have to. Everybody just knows what to do and how to do it. It's just a matter of waiting for your turn to do it, and it's nice. It's a different thing that you've never dealt with before. All right, and so that finishes. So that would be 1400. So you eat afterwards. Tusk and John are still there. So as you come out from where you were, you see them still standing there.
Oh, that's a surprise.
We could not leave
See,
leave
time
our
out. Tusk puts away his flask. It's like, yeah, no, said they could only do it once a day, and since they preserved the body, we said we just wait. So you
and
can
plus
all go
how
back
could we
today.
leave our favorite non-healing cleric behind?
You're very hungry.
Okay,
Because
first
you
off,
haven't eaten for
rude.
8 hours. So
I think this counts as healing.
Yeah, man, I helped put somebody's organ back in their body. You're welcome.
she just did healing for 8
Definitely.
hours straight. So suck it.
Yeah, let's count that in the Gen Heal counter. Let me go on that.
All right. So there we go. All right. So you guys eat, and you notice that Genesis, how as you come out, John and Tusk, especially Tusk, since you've been with her longer, you see that besides the fact that she's not in her normal armor and things like that she normally would be, takes you a minute to realize that she actually looks happy. And
For the first time since you've met her.
For the first time.
so you change into you guys eat together. John and Tusk, you guys spent the morning wandering around the city. There's lots to see, different vendors on the streets, everything from these colorful tunics to strange and exotic foods and drink to different performing people on the streets. This area around the temple is much more serious and much more somber, much more boring for the two of you. But as soon as you leave the House of the All-Seeing Eye, it's much more elaborate, much more. You even see a dinosaur or two, something that you guys probably haven't ever seen before. As
I
they're
think we have seen some on that like one island we were on.
The or the
right, so
yeah,
John
the Portal Island.
wouldn't have seen them before, but Tusk, you have seen them. I'd forgotten that you guys had gone to Jolt already. It's also very warm, much hotter than that you've been used to these last couple weeks. So you
It's like out of Ogmar or something.
John when he sees the dinosaurs makes a dinosaur joke. He says, "What do you call a dinosaur that's smart?" A thesaurus.
Nice.
Straight
All right. So as you guys finish eating and you're getting ready to leave, Alyssa is asked to see you all.
Sure.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Interesting to. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. I've done a lot of seeing her, but you know, now she can see me back. So yeah.
That's right. That's right. Without your hand in various orifices.
Yeah, I bring her canopic jar as
A
little
souvenir.
keepsake.
So she's. Give me just a moment here. I don't have. What? It's not in my dadgummit. She says, "Oh, I cannot thank you enough. I've heard some tales of what was going on, and although I felt some things that were going on, and I just assumed it was because I was going back and forth so often through the portals that it was just causing a strain on me and making it hard to breathe, and never realized that that's what she had been doing. I do have a home here, but perhaps I could come with you all. I'm a very good researcher, and I know some basic spells. Perhaps I could be of service to you back in
You know anything
Candlekeep
about evil
or
books?
wherever you. I hear that you're from Nashkel. What was your question?
You don't know anything about evil books? Books of magical power, of the dark nature?
I've heard rumors of different books and tales and things, but sounds like you're speaking of something in particular.
Yeah, we got one in mind. It could help us figure out what it does. Be appreciated. All we really know is it's. Well, I think we got the name at one point.
The canopic being is the name.
Wrong book. No, this
We
is a
were
book
talking
from
about
before
a
you
book
joined us.
way before you joined us, and it
Wow.
got stolen. I'm still kind of mad about that. I'm like, oh yeah, keep it at the library for safekeeping, and then it gets stolen from the
I
library.
thought you
found it. You ever heard about a book called Visaris Views, Death and Undeath?
I've heard of Viseros, but I am not familiar with this particular book of his.
Do you know who? Could you tell us about? Well, I just to answer your first question that you asked of us before I asked my question. Yeah, it seems like you could be. We could definitely use the help. Um, if you don't want to, if you want to come back with us to Candlekeep or back to Nashkel, I think we could definitely um, make or benefits from your help. Be much appreciated.
All right.
Um,
And do you give her? You said you were giving her her canopic jar.
Yep. That's why I put the canopic jar and the heart in the party sheet, because I'm pretty sure I wouldn't have, at least wouldn't have the heart. But yeah, sure. She gets her canopic jar. We've all got one as a little souvenir.
Okay, she immediately smashes it on the ground, and unlike when you tried before, it does actually smash.
What? Okay. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. You're like, what do you mean? I immediately tried breaking mine.
well,
Oh,
I
hey,
guess
look, it
to
broke.
ask a quick follow up question. What do you know about uh, Visaros? I really only know him from this book that we don't have anymore.
Oh, I would have to do a little bit more research. I just know that he was a sage from lived about 200 years ago, if I remember right. Maybe 100 years ago. I don't remember off the top of my head, but the name sounds familiar. But I can
Good to
definitely,
know.
especially if we're spending any time at Candlekeep, or if Nashkel has any temples of learning,
They do have
I can
one, but
find out information
from
from you.
my understanding, it's not as extensive as Candlekeep. But no, if you could help us look into Visaros and this book in particular, would be of much help. I well, if it wasn't obvious, I am not good with books. um, but no, happy to have you aboard.
So, Alicia gathers her things, and you all teleport back to Candlekeep.
Oh, and congrats on being alive, I guess.
And this is, we'll go ahead and take our 10-minute break. You can be thinking about what you're going to do in Candlekeep, or if we're just going to head straight down to Nashkel once you check in. Of course,
Well,
take care of the bodies and stuff. So think about it, and we'll be back in 10
John's
minutes.
gonna go bond with
Yep.
Ravenclaw, so that's his goal.
Deal when we come back. I'll
Yes,
talk to you guys in about 10 minutes.
Yep, see you in 10.
Man, all night I forgot to open Sirenscape. I normally have it every time, and this time I just forgot.
You know what? John sees Alicia and is going to make an ongoing gag joke and do his best pickup line.
That's not a gag joke, that's just flirting.
Yes, well, he'll probably get rejected, so it is a gag joke. He's going to use his best pickup line, and it's going to go like this. It's a D&D scene. Listen to, she says, you may not like me at first, but I tend to sneak up on people. Get it? It's a rogue joke. Rogue D&D joke.
There we go.
get
I
it.
have been talking the whole time and been on mute. So she chuckles and says, "Yes, well, at least I know you're half right." And so as you guys get ready to teleport back, and as you're talking, she will say that she will pretty much be your researcher and work for you all. Since you explained that there's an Ogma temple in Nashkel, she's happy to sleep there. And she would ask for a stipend of 4 gold a month.
Bro, we can give her more than that.
Yeah, I was gonna say Genesis is loaded. She can give her way more than that.
Okay,
Your
we
butler
are
gets
all
five
loaded.
5 gold a month,
I was gonna say,
Yeah.
and your maid gets 2 gold a month. So
I was gonna say I'm not loaded. Everybody else is loaded. John's broke.
For now. We haven't sold anything yet.
I mean, when we sell that $25,000
Easy,
eyeball, I hope I get more than what I.
Hey, would it be rude to pay her more than the butler?
I'm thinking 4 gold a month with bonuses when getting relevant information.
Yeah, I agree.
yeah, and you hear
I feel like she would love Ravenclaw.
the voice of Aldous. Yeah, we've been waiting for these supposed bonuses for weeks.
Look, man, didn't we leave like a bunch of money at the house? Let the butler take care of it.
I left
It's
100
not
gold at the
his.
house.
It's
Didn't
not
we leave
his.
like a
It's for
bunch of
the
money at the
for
house?
the bronze home. It's not. He wouldn't.
Yeah.
No self-respecting butler would spend that on himself.
Yeah.
Well,
alright,
I'm
so-
sure if worst came to worst, he probably would use it in an emergency in case like the house burnt down or something.
You guys are back at Candlekeep.
Yeah.
We will go.
Right.
We should go talk to the person that sent us, that told us that last time.
I was gonna say you guys could talk to the person. I'm gonna play with Ravenclaw.
Levi
well, see, that's
Avonmore? I don't know if that's the right way to say it, but her.
Yes. Yeah.
She's the one that told us about Maya Stan, and she's probably the person that we should tell about Maya Stan first. Well, maybe not first, but like, we should go see her as soon as possible.
Probably, yeah.
Alright, so those are some pics of Candlekeep. I mean, a picture and a map. Alright, and the answer
I think
to your half question is, yes, it is Ale Avonmore. And I closed the conclusion. You go all the way to the end. Give me a second.
happens. Yeah.
There it is. Okay. You can tell that she's very bothered by the fact that she's
Hughes running for his life.
succumbed to the Mummy Lord death, and that she had to do this terrible thing to herself to stop it. And because you brought her back, they are
Got all of her
going to
too.
go through
They
the
want
process
pancreas.
of trying to make sure that her body is cleansed so that she can be resurrected safely.
Man,
You want to help them with this
weirdest
ritual
gifts
too?
ever. I mean, I've done it now.
I mean, it'll give uh,
It
Alessa,
depends
or Alessia, Alessa.
on.
Give her time to look into what we asked. At least we'll for the day. Give it something. I don't mind hanging out another day.
Alright, and I need Tusk, if you would give me a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving throw.
Good luck.
Drop it. I ended up dropping it in the tower, so we'll see.
Joker, give me a percentile.
I'm not with them. I'm with Ravenclaw. But okay.
He still wants that percentile.
Alright. 59.
Alright, so I'll say it takes you about an hour, and then you're able to, you see Ravenclaw off in the distance.
Is there any way I can call him? I don't know.
I'll say that you have developed a sort of like a whistle. Do you have any kind of instrument or whistle on you?
No, I don't have an instrument or whistle. I don't think, but
Do
If
the
you
old
ask, Jen can
pinkies
make
in
one
the
for you.
mouth, and you're able to. You've trained him to come with his whistle. So it takes you a little
Yes.
while because you're on the coast and there's ocean waves and water, and but eventually he sees or hears you, and comes over. So during
I'm
that
just gonna-
time,
yeah.
Genesis, did you want to do the rite of reclamation with them? They're probably going to be doing it first thing in the morning, since it is almost dinner time now.
Sure. Yeah. Since I've like already participated in it, like I know how it goes, and yeah, sure. I'll be a good cleric. My God. All I'm thinking about is, yeah, if we do resurrect her, at least I can gift her her canopic jar and let her smash it that one too. Weirdest fucking like keepsake ever.
All right. They do. Do you ask if you want to destroy your canopic jars? They can do dispel magic on them if you want to destroy them, or if you want to.
Kind of sad. It's kind of
So,
fun.
what do you want to do with your canopic jars?
I kind of want to keep mine.
Okay, Tusk.
I also kind of want to keep mine, but I wouldn't mind if they just dispel magic on it and just have it be a regular jar.
All right, so go ahead and in your inventory on that jar, say, put in all caps, magic dispelled on it or something like that. Dispel magic cast.
I will
No
put
longer
it in
magic,
the
whatever you
description.
want to put on there.
Magic dispelled. I would also give it so that they can do it for Gimbal and the 3 stars that I have on me.
Without them saying anything, I don't want them.
Okay,
That's their choice.
fair enough. I'll still hold them on to them.
All right, and let's see. All right, so you guys are going to spend a night. Are you going to spend the night there within the walls of Candlekeep at the hearth, or are you going to go back outside and sleep out there?
Getting back in would be annoying, so I thought we'd just stay here.
No, they would. You would have. They would allow you back in.
Oh.
Husk will just stay in the inn.
Yeah, John will work his way over to the inn and stay in the inn with Tusk and Mantha and Genesis and that.
All right.
It's like we're all staying in the inn.
All right. Let me just make a couple notes real quick. So it is now the morning of the 7th. Saturday the 7th.
Could we get that long rest pushed to us? Because I am still like injured and missing hit dice.
4th.
Yeah, same.
Unlike the other people, they are going to be starting the ritual before. It's going to be about 4 o'clock in the morning. Genesis, so they have you join them then. You see that there have been several spells cast on her. There are some runes written on her as well when you get there. There we go. So for those watching who are DMs, a little DM note: if you're looking for the menu on the combat tracker, it helps to have the combat tracker open.
Yeah, that'll
DM
do it.
tip for you.
Yep.
Oh, pro guy.
We'll get you every time.
All right, so then where did it go? So teleported back about 3:30 in the afternoon. And then you spend the night. Genesis, you're up early, so you probably went to bed early to make sure you got your full night's rest. Rest of you guys, the hearth is pretty nice. There's a ogre who is in there, is reading a book. You guys talked to him before, and his name is Little One, and wears a headband of intellect, so he's smarter than most of you and most of the people in there. But you're able to. It's not rowdy and crazy like most taverns, but there is a bard playing some light music, and there's a couple games of chance going on mostly card games, decent food, and you guys wake up, and her rituals is finished at noon. Again, you're really hungry at this point when you're done with the ritual.
Yeah, I think both times Jen comes out of the ritual, she just assumes that Tusk and John have like found like the best places to eat already, so she's like, okay, lay me to the food.
Lead him to food. Break out the alchemy jar, pour whatever drinks he wants.
John will whip out his survival knowledge and look for some berries if he can. Even though he probably doesn't need, he probably doesn't need to do that given the fact that they serve the food. But he'll just be like acting really smart, like he'll be like, "Oh, I know what that is. That is this, and it comes from this." So
it's just on the menu.
John,
yeah, exactly, exactly. John just pointing out random stuff on the menu, trying to be smart sounding, and failing miserably.
John, did you forget that I follow Sylvanas? Like,
Yes, no.
I'm a nature cleric. I know this already.
Listen, John isn't the sharpest tool in the shed, okay? John is lucky. John is lucky he remembers half of what he eats and drinks and does that day.
Not the sharpest knife in the arsenal.
Pretty much. Not the sharpest knife in the arsenal, but if you need somebody dead, he's your man.
All right. So she's very grateful. Maya Stan. So let me start it again. Alai Avonmore again comes over and then thanks you all for your assistance. She says Maya, they're working to do the resurrection that afternoon, and asks where you're going to be over the next couple weeks. Are you going to be out adventuring? Do you have a home base? What will you be doing? In case my Sam wants to get a hold of you.
Could be in Nashkel.
I was gonna say
back soon.
I was gonna say I need Tusk to make armor for Ravenclaw, so
Okay. She has no idea what you're talking about, but she just dismisses it and says, "Okay." I will let her know that you will be in, and you also let her know your address in, and where to find you in, where Bronze Home is in that. All right, and so about 2:00, you guys are ready to head out. Is there anything else you wanted to get? Any last minute provisions or things you think about? You want to replace your candle?
no, I have 4 more. I'm good.
Jen, wants to give Maya Stan back her canopic jar, and I think because she was investigating the canopic being, she wants to give the other canopic jars beyond her own for Maya Stan to like research.
Yeah, I was gonna say John is going to go with what Genesis says and give his canopic jar to Maya Stan as well.
Oh, you're giving yours? I'm keeping mine.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna donate mine to research because
because it hasn't been activated yet or whatever.
And so go ahead and remove it from your inventory. Also, they ask for you to give back the canopic being.
Yes.
So if any of you are carrying that, go ahead and delete that from your inventory.
Yes,
I need to. That would be with or with Jen, I mean. If not, maybe Gimbal.
I don't know if I ever got the item itself. Let me check.
Oh,
I'm trying to drag it from my.
Sven, this is a little bit of a retcon, but since I've had so much downtime, could I have been reading one of my special books to work on the amount of hours I have left to read it during
Give
the
me a
last 2 days?
Constitution, 2 Constitution saving throws.
Alrighty.
Or actually, there should have been checks, but is there a huge difference between your check and your saving throw?
-4 if it's a check.
Okay. So it's a 15 and a 10. So you are able to read for a total of 4 hours yesterday and a total of 3 hours today. So a total of 7 during the 8-hour periods before you got bored or fell asleep or kept wandering off.
But I put the canonic jar with the bow on it in the party sheet, Sven, so you can divvy that out to whoever needs to.
Right. Well, it's nice of you to put a little ribbon on it. I'm sure they appreciate it.
I just looked through my inventory really good, and then also through like the party sheet inventory, and I don't see the canonic being, or canonic being, or book unidentified in anybody's inventories. So I don't think we ever got the actual item.
Okay.
Regardless, we do give it back.
Awesome. So at 2 o'clock, you guys will head out. Head toward the Bronze Fangs. Head out toward. So again, if you didn't know, 2 things for those of you who may have forgotten or never knew in the first place. Let me close the Candlekeep maps. The calendar is a tool. It's under tools, right? The same area on your page, Fantasy Ground setup, where the combat tracker is. There's a calendar. You can click it, and you can see all the little red days. The days that have a little red dot have notes, and there's typically a time and a date. I don't know why it didn't update the time. Did I not update the time? Let's see. Oh, I didn't update the time. Alright, so there we go. So I won't always have it updated in the time typically, but at least the date will usually be accurate. And while we're playing, I don't always get a chance to update it, but typically if I'm being a good DM, then at the end of the session I update the calendar. So you can click on, for example, the 3rd moon, Thursday the 5th, and you can see a breakdown of what happened that day. And you can go all the way back to whatever. So if you're wondering, gee, what happened? When did we do this? When did that happen? It's here in the calendar. Or if the message of the day isn't working for you, here's another place you can look. Also, Nick has been keeping up with the notes. So if you look under the notes, under player, there's the characters and then the notes. There is a proper nouns. What is the difference between 1 and 2? Are you doing both?
1 is the one that you made, and 2 is the one that I made, so I can actually edit it.
Oh, okay. So
yeah,
2 has all the same
all the
things
ones,
that's in 1?
Yes, and then more.
Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and just make the first one not shareable, so you guys don't. So I'll just delete it. All right, proper nouns.
All right, then I will make it proper nouns instead of proper nouns 2.
Click. Come on.
Like, I think proper nouns normal has more image links than proper nouns do, but I think that's the only thing that it has that the second one doesn't.
All right. So and then, anyway, my point is, anybody can open it and read it, and it should have people, places.
Mhm.
Um, so
People,
some of
places,
them have
and
links,
players.
as she said, different image links. So the if you're wondering who somebody is, or oh, what was that weird person's name that we just talked about in the Candlekeep, it's right there at the top of the list. I'll lay even more. He added Alicia Basir with her picture. So that is something you guys can use as well. So let me close this off.
Oh,
All right,
I'll
so
fix it.
Oh, you might want to know.
Okay, and then of course, if you have any questions or things you want Nick to add,
Mhm.
just shoot him a message.
Yep. I am realizing that I have lacked on the places, but I will make sure to have that completely updated by next time or here soon. Apparently, that's the one place that I have not updated as much as I thought I did, but I have plenty of notes for that.
All right, so 2 o'clock, you guys leave Candlekeep. Go ahead and give me a survival check, whoever is going to be doing the surviving.
Which of us is better, Nick? I've got
I
a.
was
I
saying
think you are
Nick.
technically better
I was like, at least
skills
it's
wise.
I was
I
just
am
at least
currently editing stuff, so Jen, you just roll it. Husk will help.
What were you saying, Joker?
I'll leave a survival to y'all because you know your way around the area better than I do.
Okay. Tusk is helping, so I should roll that with advantage.
Yes.
Okay.
All right, so as you guys leave Candlekeep, Candlekeep is separated by a little isthmus that leads out to Candlekeep itself. It's not very long, it's about a quarter of a mile before it merges onto the mainland. The road to the King's Road is very well traveled. The King's Road itself is very well traveled. As you guys make your way a little bit down the road, there is a, let's see, who has,
I'm not shaking any more centaur hands. Not doing that again.
Maine, here it is. Oh, that's right. This is this group. Okay, so Genesis, and then you notice that the animals have grown quiet, and where is, what did I do with it? Hold on. Story. Okay. Sorry, guys. I was... Interesting. Alright, so now I just have to find... I think I know the name of the map because I didn't drop it where I normally drop it. Image. So this dark shadow rises up and unfurls its wings. You see it has a rider on it, and this rider throws something in your direction as your axe then goes off.
Uh-oh.
Is it this one? It is. Okay, good. And everybody give me initiative while I get you on the map. Bloop. Okay. All right, Tusk and Nick and Mantha, give me percentiles.
Wow. Whoa!
Oh, okay.
Okay. Nick, if you would grab K3.
Realize I was muted. Yeah, I'll grab the 3. But like, wow, you got divine inspiration yet?
Oh my gosh.
Going to characters. There goes loading. Got K3.
All right, and John, give me a percentile.
As I wait for it to load. There we go.
14. All right, so I'm going to say you are very close to the group. Are you going to be... and then give me a 6-sider.
6-sider? Okay.
Okay. And then I need a 6 and a 12 from you.
6 and a 12.
Wow, okay. So you are here. Alright, so what's being thrown at you as you guys... There. So I made the grid more visible because there is a weird grid on the map. But the grid is way off what I want it to be. So the green grid is one we're using.
Alright, so where am I on this map?
You're on the bird. You're on Ravenclaw.
Okay, well, I didn't know where I appeared on, so... Okay, good.
When you dismount, then your token appears. Otherwise, the way mounted combat works, you still have a small minus because you're still learning. But while you are on Ravenclaw, he moves his speed on your turn. If there is somebody adjacent where he would attack, then he will attack. Also on your turn, right after you. If you dismount, then he becomes his own autonomy. You do not move. Then your bonus action is pretty much limited to nothing, because you can't really do a cunning action unless you get off him.
But it is what it is.
All right.
I
I
have.
think. Oh, go ahead, Joker.
I was gonna
I'll see what I
say,
can answer.
John plans to use him as flying and shooting with a bow and arrow. So
Okay.
I doubt he's gonna be dismounting.
As, also, as for the, I believe we were traveling this time with carpets of flying that we had rented last time we were in Nashkel, and Kithri also has her broom of flying that she'd be flying on. So I think we're all flying technically.
Yep. So yeah.
All right. So if
we'll
you didn't
see.
want to
It's,
go on the ground at all,
like it's
that's
good,
fine.
you know.
I will pull up the other map. So this never happens then. The yeah. So
Sorry, it's just like I mean, this is
I
this was
knew
our mode of
that was
transport this time
possible.
around.
I wasn't sure what you guys were doing because you never said anything that there's no need to even leave Candlekeep if you're going to be flying. So I wasn't sure what you were doing. All right. So you guys head back.
Yeah, sorry about that. Forgot to. I was
And with
updating notes.
the speed, you're leaving late, so you're going to get about here. I'm going to say you're following the road, even though you're flying, because it's simpler.
Yeah, we don't have to worry about navigation when we can see where the road that we usually take
weather
is.
is clear enough that you are able to do that just fine. All right, so it is night. At 2 o'clock. You guys left at 2 o'clock, so in about 4 hours, sun goes down, and in 5 hours it's completely dark. Did you want to stop, or are you going to try to go navigate at night? Your dark vision is not useful because you're more than 60 feet in the air, unless you're going to go down to below 60 feet.
I think we would probably just rest for the night. We're not really in a hurry.
Yeah, it's not the worst thing to call it and
Yeah,
have a slightly slower travel
yeah,
than just get completely lost and have a significantly longer travel.
pretty much. Yeah.
So we're finding a place to make camp for the night.
Okay. Go ahead and you guys find a place, set up camp. Does anybody do anything special?
I'm just going to continue bonding with Ravenclaw and maybe brush him if I think Tuss loaned me a brush. I don't know if I still have it or not.
Sorry, buddy. I don't
Necroman.
think I got one. I left
Other than
my
that,
gear back in Nashkel with my mount.
I was gonna say I could have swore you handed me a brush when we were at the Cloud Giant's place, or when we got the camel
Well,
keep.
it's
I could have
probably
sworn.
what. Well, if it was at the Cloud Giants, it's probably just what I picked up that was there because they had stuff for the Griffins.
Yeah,
You
fair
could
enough.
have
But
also just theoretically bought one in Candlekeep.
Yeah.
No, you have tack and gear that you got from the Cloud Giants.
Okay, so I do have a brush then, but it's not in my inventory. So should I put that in my inventory?
Go ahead.
All right. Well, let me add that to my inventory then. So. Brush. There you go. I added a brush to my inventory. One brush.
All right, so go ahead and put yourselves where you would be. Let me. Who is? Well, at this point, it doesn't matter because you guys are landed. But be thinking about where Alicia is going to be going. When you guys are traveling.
Yeah.
I don't remember how many carpets we got.
We had 2 carpets just for the number of people. I would be okay with saying that we only have 1 carpet, not like Gimbal has the other one somewhere, to make things simpler. Kit 3 has her own broom of flying, and of course John has his mount.
Yeah, I have Ravenclaw. I thought we had 2 carpets too.
Wait,
we have 2
Gimbal even with us
carpets.
when we did that?
Yes.
Yeah, Gimbal was with us when we went there, and because John didn't have his mount yet, it was basically 2 people per carpet, and then Kit 3 on her broom.
Yeah.
But I think the carpets can fit up to 4 people, if I remember correctly. I could be wrong on that.
You guys should have them in your inventory.
I was gonna say Nick was controlling Tusk was controlling the carpet I was on, so he would have the carpet.
I'm just looking through my. It's like I know we have them. I know they're also on loan. So I'm just looking through my inventory to see if I can find where I put that.
Are you sure we ever actually had the items?
I don't know if we ever had the items for the carpets. I can see in Kit 3's inventory she has her broom of flying.
I don't think the carpets were coded. I don't think.
Well, we're not looking for the coding. We're looking for the item right now.
Yeah, that's for description.
I'm looking through the whole party sheet, and I don't see something either carpet or flying carpet. If they are called something else, I don't know what to look for.
All right, and does somebody, someone want to take? Well, never mind. I'll just do it because once you get to back home, we won't need to run her again anymore. All right, so go ahead and put yourselves where you want to be.
Tokens are locked, but yeah, I'm about there. Oh, there we go.
So Ravenclaw will be over there. John will be here.
Don't worry about the grid. Again, this is has a grid, so it's probably not accurate to what it should be. Try and fix this.
Like that.
All right, and how early are you setting up camp compared to the sunlight?
I would probably say as it starts dipping, so whenever we'd have maybe an hour or half hour left of sunlight.
So dusk basically.
Yeah. We're setting up while we can see ourselves setting up.
Yeah.
Writing notes.
So, relatively early compared to when we normally do, I think. But normally we can see in the dark, and you can't really do that while flying.
All right. As you guys, the fire is lit. For some reason, none of these want to work, so I'm just going to go ahead and we'll just use Theater of the Mind for the light for the moment. But as you're sitting down, getting ready to eat, last of the meals is just about ready as your axe goes off, and there was a huge bang something comes falling out of the sky and slams into the ground just behind Alicia and John.
Does it knock me
Give
down or knock me
initiative
prone?
and no. Give
Okay.
me initiative and perception checks, everybody.
While I'm rolling this, I will say I did find both in my notes and in the calendar that we've rented 2 carpets of flying for 25 gold a day. But that is all the information I have. So I, yeah. Unfortunately, that is all I got. Perception, throwing that in the chat. Rolling, going over to K3. Initiative. Perception in the tower. It'll let me. There we go.
Alright, so let's see, John's 24, 26 for Genesis. Tusk, what was
We all
your
rolled pretty well.
perception?
Oh wait.
I threw it in the tower along with
Okay.
Kithri's perception.
Tusk,
I
there
can't.
it is.
Don't know.
Okay, yeah. So all of you noticed that it was some sort of wooden cage, and there are now tons of these things come flying out of it. It's shattered, broken all over the floor. Some of them have died, but you notice there is a crap ton of sturges that have come flying out of this thing. And go. Alright, so it drops there. John. Actually, we'll go ahead and put some of these other ones around as you. Hold on. Alright, so John, you are startled as this thing appears behind you, slams into the ground, and these sturges start flying around. Quick. Other.
I know that we've dealt with them before. Joker, do you know what a sturge is?
No.
Give me a nature check.
A nature check. All right. Nature.
Sorry,
In
I
the
felt like that
tower.
was an important question. So that
In
you knew whether or not
in
you
the
did.
tower, or roll it in the chat.
You can roll in the chat. That's fine. So they're about the size of
Nat 20 or dirty 20.
cats or small dogs. They're flying. They're basically like mosquitoes. So they
Okay.
will attach to you, drain your blood. Once they've drained enough blood, they will then fly away and leave you alone. So if you just let them do their thing, then they'll just eat a little bit and leave. So just keep that in mind. Let me pull up the combat
Don't
tracker.
trust him.
It is not an untruth at all.
Yeah, but you might suffer significant harm in the process.
It's very minute. The level you guys are. Alright, so what would you like to do?
It falls to me first, right?
That's correct.
Yep.
Am I prone or surprised or scared or anything by this?
The axe alerts everybody within 30 feet, so you are not surprised.
All right. Well, then John is going to get up. The tokens aren't locked.
I would say that you all are prone. Yes, you're sitting down, relaxed, getting ready to eat.
Well, do we need action to stand up because technically we're not like
Have to
forced prone?
Standing up takes half your movement.
Standing up takes it. All right. So half my movement. I'm going to move over to Ravenclaw and hop on Ravenclaw's back.
Okay,
Use my
so
action
you can't
to.
do both. Well, yeah, you would have to use your action to do so because
Yes, that's what I'm
getting on a
saying. Yeah,
mount is half your movement as well. So, all
yeah.
right, so you are on Ravenclaw.
I am on Ravenclaw. Does Ravenclaw have
So
individual movement from me, or
on normally, you move. It moves on your turn because you took this turn to get on him. When it's his turn, he will then fly up or do whatever what you want him. He'll move.
all right? Because I want him to fly like 30 to 40 feet in the air, just so he doesn't get bit by these Sturgises. So on his turn,
Okay.
he also has skip turn as well. Can you take that off so I can roll his initiative?
No, because while you are mounted, he moves on your turn.
Oh, okay, okay. I didn't know. All right.
Interesting.
So
Okay,
I
so
don't think I can do anything else other than get on his back. It takes half my movement to get on his back, right?
correct. So, like I said, it took half a movement to stand up. You moved, and then you used your action to get on the back of him.
I
Strap yourself in
don't.
and get everything ready so that you don't
I
fall
don't.
off as he's flying around.
I Yeah. I don't think I have any reactionary commands I can use.
You could use your cunning action
Just go
to,
here.
I don't know, dodge.
I think I'll
But
put this here.
the thing is, though, is can I
No, you can't.
No,
I
no,
was
no.
gonna
It's
say.
not
I'm
one of the cutting
joking.
I was
actions.
gonna say. I was like, wait a minute. I was like, wait a minute. That's like, am I trolling me now?
Yeah.
I don't think I can do anything, so I'm just going to end my turn here.
Okay. All right, Tusk.
Alrighty.
Standing
Tusk
up.
will stand up and run over to take care of these surges. As he's running over, he's going to just glance up in the direction that he thinks that the cage came from, just to see if it's anything big in the sky that might have dropped it. Just kind of a glance as he, so if there's not anything obvious, he just will proceed to
You're not
run
seeing
towards
anything
these
in the
things and
direction
attack
that
it.
the cage fell from.
Okay. In that case, I will, come forward and I will start attacking.
I'll say
Fire
that
Rage.
with the rolls you guys made, um, it fell and bounced a little bit and shattered. The direction it was traveling was from Ravenclaw toward the tent in that direction. So it was basically going. Let me see. Stupid new mouse. Hold on.
Like that direction.
No. From Ravenclaw to the tents. It was draw arrow. There we go. This is stupid. There we go. So like this direction. Stop. A little bit more slanty. There we go. Hey, come. What's happening? I'm just gonna switch mouse. There we go. So it's basically like that.
Okay.
Okay.
Almost north to south, but slightly east. They were coming from the west slightly. All right.
All right. Well, I'm going to come up. I'm going to. They're just Sturges. I'm going to recklessly Great Weapon Master attack. This one up here. Wow, 2 6s on the roll. 10 misses. Wow. That's. I will roll again. Do manage to hit. Roll damage. Nice. I will cleave. And hit stir. I hit stir 7 as I get my cleave ability. Yeah, original attack roll hits it. Only use this ability once per turn.
If only.
And so
But
I
hey,
will
if you
just,
crit,
just double check to see if the original attack hits. It does. So he takes, let's see, that's going to be -4. This much damage. Since I have killed 2 things with 1 attack, I will use my bonus action and attack the swarm of Sturgis with my bonus action. Do-do. Very close to a crit, but still it's a good hit. As I bring my axe down into the swarm of them. Alrighty. And yeah, that will be my turn. As I pull back the combat tracker to guess the turn.
All right, so I'm going to say this round they're just sort of fluttering up, orienting themselves, so they're not going to do anything except get up to about 5 feet. Genesis.
okay, Genesis is standing up from prone. And she yells to John, "We've got this. Go see if you can find who dropped that." And then she's gonna move 5 feet to get next to Alicia. And man, maybe it's overkill to use a 3rd level spell for this, but Sturges are annoying. So she's going to go ahead and grab her crossbow, and then she's going to shoot, and it looks like she shot into like a balloon that was full of like powder, like those slow-mo videos.
You need to be
It looks
one
kind
more
of like
over
that. Okay.
to miss Alicia with a barrage.
Okay.
Does it fan out quick enough to be there, or do you need to be back one?
Well, it's a 60-foot cone.
Okay.
I'm just trying to angle it so that it hits all of them. So, if you think it will be better there, then I'll do it there. Yeah, so like that powder bursts and then solidifies into copies of the same crossbow arrow as she casts Conjure Barrage. And is Tusk in the radius for that?
If it's a cone, no.
Okay, cool.
I'm just checking to see if it's... What the heck? There we go. Boom.
You're ready for me to throw the saves at them?
Yes, you're fine. You can get them all. Go for it.
Woo! I don't like that. Bruh. Okay. They still take half as much damage, but man. Oh, that's supposed to... Oh, it just says 3d8 edit. It doesn't specify what kind of damage, so...
I think it'd be piercing. Makes
What'd you
sense.
choose?
Probably be the same as your ammo.
No,
It
it just
says
says a
eminent.
creature takes 3d8 damage on a failed save or has... Oh, the damage type is the same as that of the weapon or ammunition. Okay, yeah, so it's gonna be piercing damage, so I should change that. So she shoots it, and most of the sturges kind of
For
flutter
whatever
to the
reason, you
ground.
chose not to put this guy in the range,
Oh,
but it's
15?
cone, so you don't have a choice.
I thought I had selected all of them. I must have accidentally unselected him while I was like, oh yeah, because I used Control Alt for my push attack, so that was probably it. And only the sturges that had other sturges blocking their bodies, aka the ones in the swarm, are the ones that are still around.
Alright? Alright,
That's
so
your turn.
Alicia
So.
will, she's more confused than anything else. She doesn't know what the axe meant as this alarm goes off. And
yeah.
she's just looking around, and everybody's jumping up and running, and she's stands up and sort of casts light on her staff and holds it up higher so she can try to see what's going on, get an idea. She sees all these things dying, and well, can't really tell from here what they are. So she's
At first,
just
she
casting
thought it
light.
was like an alarm for the food to be ready.
All right, Kithri. One of you is doing Kithri.
Is me. I think, Kithri will stand up, and as I pull back up Kithri's sheet, well, as I double check her speed. Yeah. Stand up, and we'll start to run over. We'll use her bonus action to dash to get up there. Opposite of the Sturges from Tusk, or opposite of Tusk, the flanking the Sturges, and we'll stab them with the ice pick.
Okay.
That's it. I'm just real quick double checking to make sure it looks like
the sneak attack.
sneak attack is
right.
off.
No, it does it correctly. It turns
nope,
it
it's
off,
there.
then
I
it
see
puts
it.
it on for the one round.
Okay. Yeah. I was trying to look through the effects and then reading what was happening in the chat. Nope, it's on there. Sweet. And she does have an ally within 5 feet of the enemy, so
Hold on a second. I don't think swarms can be crit. They shouldn't be. Let me see if it says so.
Oh, it's not a crit?
Would they still be affected by
to
sneak
stab a
attack?
swarm in its most vulnerable spot? But Rules is written.
Alright.
It doesn't say anything about not being immune to crit. It should, but alright, go ahead.
Lines it up so all these swarm or the various sturges are like lining up and just gets them all in one stab. Just starts, skewering them all.
Sturge kebab.
Sturge go out, yeah. A little bit of
Forget that she's
cold
got
coming
mobile.
off of the. Don't forget what?
She's got mobile, so she has movement. She can move away if that is something
Yes.
you wish to do.
I think she still has 10 feet left. I could be wrong. I
No, she
actually
was
forgot to
prone.
count.
She's already moved 40 feet, so she's already exceeded
And
her
dash as a
normal
bonus
movement.
action.
Right.
So that's half of it. So 15 plus 35 is 40, 50. Moved 40. She's fine where she's at. Yeah, so pass the turn.
Alright, so your axe goes off again.
Alrighty.
3. Click. As this boulder comes flying and slams into Genesis. And I need a strength saving throw. Genesis is a DC 14.
I'm not making that DC. Yeah.
Not with a 2. Okay.
Like, man, I've got a +1 to my strength. So,
Alright, so you were pushed.
I wouldn't have made
As
it with
this
a 12. So.
Boulder comes flying past you, trip and flail around over the tent. It came from the south. Alright, and before we start, Tusk,
I'm gonna go ahead and turn on paper.
John, what did you want to do with Ravenclaw? You said you wanted to fly him somewhere?
Yeah, well, I was going to listen to what Mantha said and fly up and see if I can see what dropped the Sturges.
Alright, so move him where you want to go. So,
I'm
you're-
going to move him up about his movement for flight is 80 feet. I'm going to go about 50 feet in the air and look around.
okay, so it's going basically straight up.
Yeah, I'm going basically straight up just to look around 50 feet and see if I can actually see what dropped the Sturges, where it came from.
You do not see anything from where you are. You do see the rock come flying in, slam into Genesis. And Tusk.
Okay. Tusk is going to.
What were you talking about with Piper?
I was gonna throw a skip turn on him because I got the initiative. But then I'm like, actually, maybe it's already on him. But I don't know.
Yeah, that
I
won't
can't
get
see
rid
it.
of skip turn. Skip turn does not get rid of
Okay.
his initiative.
Well, I'm not using him for this
All right,
fight.
Tusk, go
so-
ahead.
Yep,
You can
Tusk is just going to
cook rock catcher.
work with a
Yeah.
script of a master attack the swarm of Sturges to try and finish it off quickly, hopefully.
He's a great
10
lightning
is
rod,
not going to
too.
do it. The second one.
There are a lot of these little buggers.
Yeah. No, the first one, unfortunately, just part just correctly, but the second one I managed to get so many, depending on how rolls. Yeah. Unfortunately, yeah, I don't want to use that just yet. I also don't want to rage just yet. I think that is actually going to be my go for this. Yeah, I'm not gonna. Yeah, so I swing once. Unfortunately, they part just enough, but with my second swing, I managed to get a few more. So there's only a few left now.
You are correct.
You know,
I don't know why. I don't know how they missed their turn last time, but they are flying now. All right. So anything else?
that's the end of my turn.
Three.
Nope, that's the. Sorry, I was waiting for a second because you were saying stuff.
Yeah.
Get three will also just real quick. Pull that up again. Just try and sneak attack, try and finish off the last few. Just try and skewer them all together.
7 on the dice is a hit.
Yeah. And hopefully she manages to skewer the last of them. Yeah. And with that, I think. Quick question. Roughly how big is this bush that's over here? To let me draw. Yeah, this bush over here. Is that big enough for Kithri to possibly hide behind due to her small size?
Yes.
All right. She'll then move her. 30, 35 feet over there and use her bonus action to hide. And I'll roll this in the tower when I find it. Oops.
All right. You finish?
Yes. Sorry, I'm just
Okay.
double checking everything, but
So-
that is everything. So passing the turn.
All right. So Alicia has her light on her staff. She's holding it up as high as she can, looking around. And she's going to cast spiritual weapon. Since she's not sure what else is going on. She saw this
Look, it's a
giant rock
solid
just
stone.
slam into Genesis. Actually, she's gonna walk up and she's still gonna cast Genesis. She's gonna cast some Cure Wounds on you, and then she's gonna cast Spiritual Weapon.
Oh. So nice
So
of her.
gets rid of that spell slot. Assets. Alright, so I'll go ahead and pass the turn. Hopefully it's one of you. Yes. Alright, Genesis. As she's
Woo. I thank you. And then Jen is gonna go ahead and Tusk, you're willing, right? You're a willing creature?
Yeah.
I love that I don't even have to elaborate. Okay, she's gonna go ahead and use her Wednesday haste on Tusk.
Oh, Ogma's a longsword. Cool. So she will.
Okay, so she goes and casts haste on Tusk, and then you said that the boulder came from the south, right?
That is correct.
Okay, cool. And then she's going to start moving to the south. I already moved 5 feet to be able to touch Tusk. And I use my action to do haste. So that's my turn.
Okay.
Actually, wait, sorry. Spiritual weapon is a good idea. Wait, yeah, because the haste is an ability because I got it from one of the books. So it's not casting a spell, right?
No, it'll still be counted as casting a spell. It may
Okay,
allow you
never
to
mind
cast
then.
a spell.
Okay, never mind then.
Alright, so John, you're 50 feet up.
John's going to. Well, his movement is 30 feet. So John's going to stay 50 feet in the air and move 30 feet to the south.
Ravenclaw's speed is 80 feet.
Oh, Ravenclaw's speed is 80 feet. All right, then I'm going to move 60 feet right now and see if I see anything. Do I see the wood through the rock anywhere, Sven?
I'm waiting for the movement to finish. Alright, so you do see an object in the air.
Okay.
Looks like some sort of flying thing. It's hard to see from where you are.
How high is it out? Can I judge the distance?
It's same height as you are.
Okay, so 50 feet. All right.
It is within range if you want to shoot it. It's within short range. It also
Yeah.
give
Do I know
me-
what it? Do I know what it is?
No. You can barely make it out as some dark flying thing.
Is do I? Will it attack me if I get closer to it?
You have no. How would you know that?
Well, all right, then I guess I'll take a shot at it with my arrow, even though I actually can't really see what I'm shooting at.
Alright, go ahead and roll your attack.
Do I roll with disadvantage because I actually can't see it, or?
No, you can see it, you just can't make out what it is. It's dark.
Alright.
It almost seems to absorb the light, and you're using dark vision. It's not lit at all. So you're looking at
Alright.
shades of gray at a darkness on a dark. You can only see it because stars are behind it, and it's a clear
Does a
night.
16 hit?
It does hit.
All right, then I'm gonna roll damage. 13. As I just launch an arrow at what seems to be just like this thing that's floating in the air that I can hardly make out.
Okay, and
And then hold on. I still have how many feet to move? I move 60 feet. I still have 20 feet of movement left. So I'm going to drop from the 50 feet as I go down and move closer to Genesis by 15 feet
Okay.
and tell Genesis what I see, basically. I'm going to go down to Genesis's level, like
So
5
you've
to 10
already
feet
moved
above her.
60 feet. You didn't go any lower at that point, so you can only go 10 feet down.
All right,
I mean,
well,
20 feet down. I'm sorry. Math.
so 30 feet, well, should be able to hear me still? If I yell, like, at the top of my lungs?
If you yell something quick, yeah.
All right, I'm going to yell at Genesis. There's something in the sky. I shot at it. I don't know what it is. I can't make it out.
Okay.
Okay.
So that's going to end my turn.
All right, and with you guys all hear this flapping of wings, and then you see this creature. Hold on. Oh, it's read only. Give me a break. Stupid thing. All right, so come on. Dadgum. Oh, click. Being impatient. There it is. Share image. Thank you. This large sort of bat-looking thing comes flying down, and as it lands, it's ducking its head, and this creature lands with a thud, does a rolling somersault, jumps up, and you see her. So the creature comes in. Let me show it. There it is. And we'll land right here. As it drops down out of the sky. There you go. And jumping off it is a female. She does a somersault, jumps to her feet.
Oh god, is it the
Pulling out
necrohamster?
this huge sword. That she's wielding. There we go. Moving things around. Alright, so her and alright, so dismounting takes up that much. And as she takes a couple steps, as she stands and takes a couple steps, she grows to a huge size.
I'm sorry, I meant to switch windows and I accidentally hit the X button. Can you share the picture of her again?
There you go.
I do, however, have to bail, though. It is after 1 a.m. I'm up early because I gotta go DoorDash in an a.m., so.
And And she's going to swing at Genesis.
Well, I guess I can wait until she rolls, but
I can barely
I'm
hear you. What's
definitely
going
gonna.
on?
I guess I can wait until after she rolls, but I'm definitely gonna insult her.
Which means what?
To do the cutting words to take take a I think it's a D8 is my current bardic inspiration die, but take a D8
Okay.
off of her attack roll. Let me actually check what my bardic inspiration die is. I don't know where to find that.
First one hits. Go ahead and do your bardic inspiration. That's a D8 if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it is a D8. No, wait. It's a no. It's in this class, so yeah, it's a D8. And I have the thing that lets me basically get advantage on that, so it takes 8 off of the attack.
Hello? Can anybody hear me?
Yes, I can hear
Yes,
you.
we can hear
Yep.
you. As soon as she's done attacking, we are finished. Here it is. Fantasy Ground doesn't like my PC. The new size people are using up to 11/16 of my 16-bit of RAM. Okay. I'm not sure why that would be the case. That's very odd. Alright, so she takes -8. 8.
I'd probably say, "Oh, that poor creature having to carry you around."
So remember, she was large and became huge after she landed,
Yeah.
and that is a miss. So she's then going to swing it back around, try to hit you a second time. Six on the dice as you jump back and scrapes against your armor, and that is where we will leave it. As the end of the
Yeah,
round.
that whatever was going on with Fantasy Ground was eating my RAM and CPU like crazy. I could not do anything. My whole thing was freezing.
Alright, well, thank you guys for playing. Sorry about the hassle. Like I said, I don't know what would do that to your computer. We will be back here 3 weeks with this. Next week, we're doing Nick's Campaign of Awesomeness. The week following that, we are also doing Nick's Campaign of Awesomeness. So come back, say hello. If you're interested in Starfinder, come check us out on Sunday. And whatever else you do.
Yeah, no, it was something with the
Enjoy the rest of your day.
resizing. I think when you resize the character, it just ate up a whole bunch of resources.
Say goodnight, guys.
Good night, guys.
Night.
Yes. Wait, there's 5 Thursdays this week? This month? Oh, yeah.